back to the Online Darts Live League, brought to you on Sporty Stuff TV. Hope you had a great Christmas and a happy new year. Well, we're going to start Group B this evening, but we've already had the start of Group C this morning and the conclusion of Group A over Tuesday and Wednesday. We'll just take a quick look at Group A, and it was won by the very impressive Josh Payne, who won 8 of his 10 matches, had a very impressive running average over those games of 94.29 and a high of 113.49, which included 16 180s and 2 10-darters. He edged out James Richardson and Scott Marsh, who will go into this evening's Group B. But Kai Fan Lung and Scott Walters and Alan Tabern, as you can see, Alan winning just the one match over the 2 days, were demoted into this morning's group. This morning's Group C, and we'll take a look at that table right now. And as you can see, a change in fortunes for Alan Tabern, dropping just one match today, and he is the overnight leader. Kai Fan Lung in second position, David Wazowski in third, Andy Jenkins in fourth, Scott Walters in fifth, and unfortunately Dan Day didn't pick up a win this morning or this afternoon. That will be concluded tomorrow morning on the Online Darts YouTube channel, but on to this evening's action. And the players involved, as I said, Josh Richardson against Richard North is our opening match. Chaz Barstow against Ryan Furness. Scott Marsh against James Richardson. Richard North, Chaz Barstow. Furness against Marsh. Richardson against Barstow. North against Furness. Barstow against Marsh. Furness against Richardson. And our final match, around about 20 to 1, Scott Marsh against Richard North. This group, of course, consists of 5 players, with the top 3 joining Josh Payne in Saturday night's final, and the top 2 from Group C, which will be concluded tomorrow morning, will make up the 6-player field for Saturday night's final, and the players' opportunity, of course, to qualify for the very lucrative Champions Week. So, without further ado, let's get on with the action, and it is James Richardson up against Richard North. Here is Richard North, 31 from Romsey. Was a former top 32 player in the world not so long ago. And this is 48-year-old James Richardson from Rushton. Made the last 16 of the PDC World Championships a few years ago now. And these two have a bit of history in the Live League last year.
Okay, first leg it's James to throw
sixth
first.
Meeting.
Game on.
Richardson leads the head-to-head. He is the 4-11 favourite for this tie. 2-1 about Northie. Hard to disagree when you look at the form Richardson was in Group A this week. He has a running average of 93.02 over the 2 days of action, Tuesday and Wednesday. Had a high of 102.88. Hit 19 180s, 41% on the doubles. And 5 ton plus outs, including a high of 160. And a best leg of 12, which he hit 2 of.
140.
Some great darts to bring you this evening.
100.
And into the early hours. Great to have you all back on Sporty Stuff TV.
140.
The action brought to you in association with iGame Media and modusdartshop.tv.
66. Richard, you require
Richardson
161.
down to 112 after just 4 visits. Northie on 161. How low can he go? He'll have to go south.
105.
Does, leaves a 2-darter, so 112 is the shot. Treble 20 for double 16. Doesn't make the adjustment.
100.
Does with his final dart, so a little bit of pressure on the 56. Important, you feel, for Richard North to get off to a bright start. Double 10, 1 in hand.
46. James, you require 12.
So for the hold of throw on the inside wire.
James, on the
And
first
attacked
leg.
the double
James
3,
Richardson.
and it's a 17-dart hold of throw for James Richardson to get the action underway this evening. 1-0.
Second leg, it's Richard to throw first. Game on.
Opportunity for an early break.
140. 96.
In live league history, over 139 matches for Richard North now.
135.
There's a running average of around 85, a high of 106.64. James Richardson, a running average of 90 and a high of 109.71. And of course, a 9-dart hero in our live league, hitting one against his son Josh in the deciding leg of their match on the live league.
100. Richard
Another
to require 86.
fabulous scoring leg for Richard North. Left 161 after 9 in the opening leg.
78.
86 after 9 in this one. He will be back for double 4. James Richardson way back on 229.
140. Richard to require 8. Game shown the second leg.
Richard North levels things up very, very tidily with a 14-dart hold to throw to put his first chalk on the board. Both legs going with throw. Richardson has the darts, leg 3.
First. Game on.
Best of 7, of course, all these matches. The first of 4, 2 points for a win.
60.
These players, of course, failed to get a tour card this year. The PDC's loss is our gain.
45.
Both have had some challenge tour action.
$135.
First long weekend of challenge tour. James Richardson finds himself currently in 37th position.
100.
Played 15 matches, had a high of 115.62 against a player currently topping Group C, Alan Tavern. And that's our first max, and it comes against the darts, and yet again
123.
Richard North in the scoring phase of this match has been outstanding. He's averaging 114 tops for an 11-dart leg.
Game shot in the third leg.
Richard throw in 12 darts for Richard North. Well, he's hit the ground running in this one. Leads 2-1. Remember, James Richardson was the 4-11 favourite.
Fourth leg, it's Richard to throw first. Game on.
Outstanding stuff from Northie so far.
134.
He's had a former top 32 PDC player.
100.
Had a bit of a nightmare at Q School this year. Finished 84th in the Order of Merit. Only had a high of 92.3, a running average of 83.2.
123.
Challenge Tour after the opening events just a matter of a week or so ago. He's 48th currently.
120.
Played 14 matches at a high of 96.93.
$81. Richard, you require 147.
Majority of the players, of course, in the live league were ex-tour card holders. Double 18 for back-to-back
129.
12s. James Richardson's getting absolutely blown away here by a northerly wind.
57. Richard, you require
Storm
18.
Richard, double 9 for 3-1.
Game's on the fourth leg.
Is
Richard
maintaining
North.
a wonderful standard here. Richard North, his average 110.78 right now. James Richardson with it all to do.
Fifth leg, it's James to throw first. Game on.
Winning legs for Richard North in this match. 14 darts, 12 darts, 13
100.
darts. An average of 110.78, and he's missed 6 darts at a double. Absolutely outrageous.
81.
If you performed like this at Q School, he wouldn't be here.
140.
There's no quit in Ruthless.
139.
Following this one, a real fascinating tie. Chaz Barstow up against the impressive
91.
Ryan Furness, who really has made his mark in the live league.
121.
Richardson wants
Games
the big
record
fish.
170.
The biggest finish of them all, and he might need to take it. There's one treble 20. There's two.
123.
The line was good, as you
Richard,
could
you
see,
require
but
160.
the length wasn't. A bit like our cricketers in the Ashes.
60.
Richard North, of course,
James, you
will
require
have the darts
47.
in the next leg to serve it out. Tops for James.
Games on the
Tops he
fifth
gets.
leg.
This really
James
has been
Richardson.
a wonderful standard of darts. That's a 14 dart hold from James.
Sixth leg, it's Richard to throw first.
He had
Game
one
on.
leg over 14 darts, and that's the opening leg of the tie, and that was just a 17 darter.
85. 86.
Maximum of 2 legs remain. Richardson has to win them both.
100.
The disappointment of missing out on a tour card has
76.
really seemed to have pumped Richard North up. Maybe he's been putting in the hard yards on the practice board.
36.
Certainly looks like it.
$47.
So 12 in front, plus these. Back in the red bit.
120.
It's the second time he's found the 2 treble 20s, and then, well, they're not bounce outs, they're deflections. They're hitting
60. Richard, you
previous
require
dart, which is
160.
taking the impetus out of the dart. Doesn't have the energy to reach the board. Oh, tops to finish off an absolute blinder.
120.
Nothing Richardson
51.
can do. Back on 2-3-2.
Richard, you require 40.
Still not on a finish, so absolutely no pressure on Richard
Game
North.
shot on the match.
And that shows
Richard North.
as he sees it out with a 16 dart hole to throw and an average of 105.95. 5 140s, 1 180, 4 out of 11 on the doubles, and a very, very tidy start to the evening's action. Right after the break, we're going to be back with Chaz Barstow against Ryan Furness. Good evening and welcome back to the Online Darts Live League. This is the opening stages of Group B. And up next, it's Chaz Barstow against Ryan Furness. Chaz Barstow, 43 from Winchester. He's had a tough time of it of late. He's priced up as the 4-7 favourite, but on current form and live league history, if this man is anywhere near the form he was in last year, I'd have this more like 5-6 each of two. They've had two previous meetings back last year in phase 6 towards the end of 2021. Ryan Furness winning them both. One 4-3, the other 4-2.
Okay, first leg it's Chaz to throw first. Game on.
Chaz had a real struggle at Q School. Finished 108th in the order of merit. Played
96
matches, won only 6 and only had a high of 89. Ryan Furness finished 77th, had a high
100.
of 97.72. A very, very talented player, as we know, in Chaz Barstow.
120.
The general feeling, he's been out of sorts. Played a little bit better on Challenge Tour. 71st in the order of merit on there. Has a running average over 13 matches of 87.03 and a high of 94.22. It only takes one good performance to spark you back into life, as we've just seen from Richard North.
There's
plenty of experience in the live league. Chaz Barstow played 114 matches last year, a running average of 91.23, a high of 111.33. Ryan Furness played 43 matches, has a running average of 90.3 and a high of 106.08.
137, Chaz 104.
Very tight opening leg. Treble 20 for double 12.
80.
On the wire.
Ryan, you require 82.
Reaction from Barstow. He thought it was in. Ball double 16. There's the ball.
Game
Trust me, it's not an exhibition shot. It's playing the percentages. If you hit the 25, it leaves 57, 17 and tops. If you go the other way, treble 14 for tops. And hit a 14, you can only go 18 ball.
Really
have been treated to some excellent stuff already this evening.
134.
Plenty more to come. Our fifth player of the 5 in action this evening. Up next, he will face James Richardson.
62. $100. 115.
Chaz Barstow, who narrowly missed out on a tour card for 2021.
125.
And due to the pandemic and restrictions in travel, did have an opportunity to play in quite a few events. In fact, he played 56 matches on the Pro Tour in 2021.
97.
Winning 26
Ryan,
of them.
164.
A running average over that period of 91.05. A high of 106.84.
128.
Great set-up shot from Furness to leave 36.
Game show on
no
the
double
second
trouble.
leg. Chaz Barstow.
An instant response in 14 darts from Chaz Barstow to break straight back. One apiece, and we're back on throw.
Game on.
Those players averaging over 100 at the early stages.
60. 93. 140.
Running for cover.
97.
And then back up for the treble 18. Didn't like the lie, of course, on the treble 20.
93.
You see a slightly different angle to what we see. Due to his performances on the
180.
Pro Tour, of course, Chaz Barstow did qualify for the World Championships this year.
100.
Beat John
Ryan
Norman Jr. in his opening match.
$78. Chaz require 108. $68. Ryan require 53. $33.
What a chance that was.
Chaz
for
require
Ryan
40.
Furness. Missing a 14 and a 15 dart
Games on the third
to
leg.
break throw
Chaz
and
Barstow.
lead 2-1, but it's Chaz Barstow finding tops in one for a 16 dart hold. Goes in front for the first time, 2-1.
Fourth leg, it's Ryan to throw first. Game on. $55. $44.
And then Chaz Barstow, of course, after that win over
100.
John Norman Jr., went down to Michael Van Gerwen with a spirited performance.
140.
Won the opening set and the upset was on. However, that's as good as it got. Lost the next 3 sets, 3-1, 3-0, 3-1. And then, of
59.
course, Michael Van Gerwen tested positive for coronavirus.
140.
Had to withdraw. Chaz Barstow still maintaining that 100-plus average, 100.17 as we approach the end of leg 4. Ryan Furness dropped off a little bit, 92.2.
137.
Maybe the odds compilers knew something I didn't.
43. Chaz require 40.
Will those 2 missed darts in leg 3 prove to be costly?
Games on the fourth leg. Chaz Barstow.
That's a 15 dart leg from Chaz Barstow, in absolute control here. 3-1 up and has the darts.
Fifth leg, it's Chaz to throw first. $180.
And then kicks.
$60.
With a max to start leg 5. Ooh, he fancied that. Why not?
81.
Playing with absolute freedom right now. Was gifted opportunity to lead 2-1 in leg 3 after
100.
Furness hit a max. May have put a different slight on this match.
44.
In control here, 145 points the lead, minus these.
$100.
He's going to need a real big visit here.
100.
Furness, possibly a max, a minimum, a 2 treble visit.
140.
Finds the 140.
Treasure record 96.
Pressure on the 96. Treble 20 for double 8. Great adjustment. And a
Game
great
shot
finish.
out the match. Chaz
And
Barstow.
sees it off with a 15 dart leg. Winning legs for Barstow. 14, 16, 15 and 15. And ends with an average just under 100. 99.24 with a 4-1 win. Both players hitting 180 apiece. 3 140s to 1 for Barstow. And some immaculate finishing. 4 out of 7. 57.14%. Well, what a start to the evening action we have had. 105 average and an average just shy of 100. Up next, Scott Marsh against James Richardson. Good evening and welcome back to Sporty Stuff TV. This is the Online Darts Live League live. Up next, it's James Richardson against Scott Marsh. Here is James Richardson. Lost the opening match this evening to a blistering Richard North. Going down 4-2 to North is incredible, 105.95 average. James averaged 88.65. Congratulations to Peter Wright on winning the
first. Game on.
Opening night of the Premier League in the new format, of course, beating Johnny Clayton 6-1 in the final with 113 average. Well, that's our best average this week. That happened yesterday
140
for Josh Payne in a 4-2 win over Alan Tavern. These two have got some serious live league history. 7 meetings
96.
prior to this one, and it's 4-3 to James Richardson, and they played, of course, in Group A this week, and it was a 4-0 win to Scott Marsh on Tuesday with 107.36 average. Richardson going down legless with 102.88. Richardson got some revenge
180
on Wednesday, defeating Scott Marsh 4-2.
$57.
Scott Marsh also competed at Q School, had a very good run and looked like he was going to end up with a tour card. He ended up finishing
55.
25th in the order of merit. Played 18 matches, won 11, had a high of 96.99. Hit 29 180s.
140. James, you require 107.
Currently sat in a very nice position on the Challenge Tour. He's currently in 18th position, winning 14 of his 19 matches.
145.
22 180s.
Scott, you require 64.
94.34. 16 for tops. Has to move because his darts do lay down.
Game on the first leg.
What a
Scott
tidy
Marsh.
start to this one. Well, we've had a tidy start in all of our matches this evening. This one's no different. 15 dart leg for Scott Marsh to get this one underway.
First. Game on. $81. $58.
Over the 2 days of action in Group A, where these two competed on Tuesday and Wednesday, James Richardson's running average was 93.02. Scott Marsh 89.4. As I mentioned, that high of 107.36 came against James Richardson for Scott.
100.
But their overall
60.
live league stats. James Richardson, a running average of 90. Scott Marsh, 86.27.
137.
120 matches in the live league. James Richardson, 217.
59.
James Richardson in a spot of trouble here. He's lost the darts in leg 2.
59.
Not a chance to get back in the leg. He had 180 in leg one. To no avail. He'd love one here to leave tops. Oh, took a nasty deflection there.
114.
Great recovery dart down to
Scott,
106.
you require 147.
Well within the range of James Richardson.
$87. James, you require 106.
Opted to stay there.
100.
Well, I'm not quite sure about
Scott,
that,
you require
James.
60.
Leaving double three. If it's a big if, he gets a go. Tops for 2-0. I think he thought that was in. I certainly did.
50. James, you require 6.
That's the problem.
4. Scott, you require 10.
For 2-0. That may be awkward.
Game's on the second
uses
leg.
the dart.
Scott Marsh.
As I said, our angle is not often what the player sees, and I think that may have been the case there, and he found the double five right in the right corner. 2-0.
Delegate Scott to throw first. Game on. $46. $140.
James Richardson punishing the poor start from Scott Marsh in leg 3.
$100. $100. $60. $140.
James Richardson, of course, did qualify for a Champions Week after winning week 4 of phase 3. However,
140.
in Champions Week.
James, you require
If I remember
121.
rightly, he got invited to a Pro Tour.
$96. Scott, you require 155. $95.
Marsh yet to
James, you require
qualify
25.
for a Champions Week. He will want to put that right in 2022. Should be a good guide.
21.
Over adjusted. He's given Marsh yet another
Scott, you
chance.
require 60.
0 from 6 on the doubles for James Richardson. And he could be about to find himself 3 zip
Game's
down.
on the
And
third
he
leg.
is.
Scott Marsh.
17 dart holder throw for Scott Marsh is more than enough. More missed opportunities for Richardson.
Fourth leg, it's James to throw first. Game on. $140. 140. 85. 100.
You would think Scott Marsh will create an opportunity to win this one. Leg difference, of course, always
140.
plays its part in the live league. Always getting beat 4-0 leaves you a lot to do.
$60.
No pressure on the
James, you require
136 for Richardson.
136.
If he doesn't take it out, he just wants to leave a double. And he will leave a double. And that double is
96.
tops. Setbacks pave the way for getbacks. And they're about to start here. James Richardson, but that's a lovely 177.
James, you require 40.
Piles the pressure on this double 10.
James on the 4 flag.
Richardson
James
is up for it.
Richardson.
And it is a 14 dart hold, but the hard work starts now, of course, as Scott Marsh has the darts in leg 5.
5th leg, it's Scott's a throw first. Game on. $26.
Oh, rather unfortunate. 26 the hard way. 2 treble ones. Weight of dart was good.
100. $100.
Scott Marsh was the part of the original lineup when these players were playing at home, and during that summer,
140.
Scott Marsh plays in his garage, and there's about 100 degrees in there. That was the only place he could set up the lighting and the cameras so he could take part.
180.
That's his first of the match. Did have a 177, of course, in leg 4.
41.
That's a disaster. He's now lost the darts. So Scott Marsh from 195 looking for 919s to leave double 12. 7 leaves 62.
121.
It's just not happened for Richardson so far this evening.
Scott, you require 62.
Treble 10 for double 16. Or treble 14 for double 10.
Game shot on the match.
Closes the match
Scott
out
Marsh
with a 14 dart hold of throw. A very, very good performance in the end from Scott Marsh. A decent performance from James Richardson. 96.28 in defeat. 95.42. Big stat difference there. 12.5% the checkout percentage for Richardson. 1 from 8. 4 from 7. 57.14% for Marsh, and that was the key difference. Right, we're going to be back with match number 4. Richard North takes on Chaz Barstow. Good evening and welcome back to the online Darts
6-1.
Live League, brought to you live on Sporty Stuff TV. Up next, Chaz Barstow is up against Richard North. Winning averages tonight for the winning players combined is around about 100. This man tops the average table, averaged 105.95 in his opener. This man, nicknamed the Chaser, didn't have to do any chasing in his match. He won with a 99.24.
First leg is Richard to throw first. Game on.
Standard of darts so far being of the highest order.
140.
No previous in the live league between these two, but they go 11-8 about Richard North, 8-15 for Chaz Barstow.
57.
Interesting to see how they both respond.
180.
There's an indication from Chaz Barstow. Both players hitting the 180
58.
in their opening match wins.
100. 100. 100. Richard, you require 146.
They've only met the once in official PDC events, and that was
59. Chaz, you require
nearly
80.
2 weeks ago. And that's their first ever meeting. More on that as we just watch Chaz Barstow try and break throw.
70.
Misses double
Richard,
10.
you require 87.
Yeah, they played in the last 32 of the last 64 of Challenge Tour 3.
37.
I don't think that was in the ball.
Chaz, you
That
require
came
10.
out of the 25 on the outer wire. And Richard North won that tie by the smallest of margins, 5 legs to 4.
No score.
Wrong bed.
Richard, you require 50.
Double trouble for both.
$81.
Chaz Barstow's strike rate on 180s superior to that of Richard North.
137. 85. Chaz, you require 129.
Chaz Barstow, 1 in 3 and a bit legs.
43.
Richard North, 1 every 5. And that's in live league history.
Correct. 81. Chaz, you require
It's not
86.
possible 14 dart leg. Cuckoo ball here. He went for the bigger target. That's why it's a bit risky, because now he has to find a treble to leave a
38.
double, so there'll be
Richard, you require
a wasted dart. If he'd have gone ball in at the 25, 17 would have given him 3 clear darts at tops.
130.
Now he's
Chaz
under a
requires 48.
spot of pressure. Tops he wants.
Game
tops
on the
he gets.
second leg. Chaz
Much
Barstow.
more efficient on the outer ring. And that's a 17 dart holder throw for Barstow in leg
Delegates
2.
Richard to throw first. Game on.
1 apiece, everything on throw. 6 more matches to bring you
100.
at the conclusion of this one. Ryan Furness up against a rampant Scott Marsh in our
32.
next match.
93.
That will be the first meeting in
57.
Live League for those two, as it is for these.
38. 140. 100.
North.
45.
The big fish.
Richard, you require 170.
His highest finish in Live League history, 167.
105. 99. Richard, you require 65. 7 scored, yeah. 25. Chaz, you require 100.
He needs one treble in this combination if he doesn't hit the treble 18. So treble 20 and ball.
63. Richard, you require 40.
2 10s for 2-1. 2 5s.
Game show on the
Picked it
third leg. Richard
Beautifully. Not to the standard of either player's opening matches, but it is Richard North that leads 2-1.
Fourth leg, it's Chaz to throw first. Game on.
Both averaging in the 80s at the moment. Night and day performances from both.
137. 100. 121. 85. 140.
Level game.
140.
Barstow, 6 darts, 103. Treble 17 for double 16. There it is.
71.
'All Northy can do is put a bit of pressure on.
100. Judge record 32. Game show on the fourth leg. Chaz Barstow.
The best leg of the match so far. A 14 dart holder throw from Barstow. Levels things up.
Fifth
No
leg, it's
breaks of
Richardson
throw
to
yet
throw
in
first.
this one.
Game on.
4 holds of throw.
120.
That's the third time tonight he's done that. Maybe think about switching to the 19s in future. An open target where he can get no deflections.
105.
Pace of this one suiting both.
100.
Really does have a nice rhythm to it. Both players get on with it and get out of the way as quick as possible.
180.
One apiece in the 180 column.
85. Richard require 96.
So to go back in front for the third time, led 1-0, 2-1, double 9 to lead 3-2.
78. 100. 140. Richard, you require 18. Game show on the fifth leg. Richard
The
North.
14 dart hold in leg 4 by Chaz Barstow is responded with a 13 dart hold by Richard North, 3-2.
Sixth leg, it's Chaz to throw first.
Chaz with it all to do. 2 legs remain, has to win them both.
180.
That's how you go about it.
90. 140.
5 perfect darts and then a horrible deflection, robbing us of the opportunity to see him go for a 9.
51.
9s from James Richardson and Martin Evans and Richie Burnett.
145. 27. Judge record 36.
Northie just going through the motion. I prefer them to be used as practice darts when you think the leg is dead. Just to get your eye and your arm in for the
28.
deciding leg.
$60.
Missing the
Jazz require
opportunity there
8.
for a 10 darter. We've had 2 this week from Josh Payne.
No score.
Isn't it always the way?
$121. Jazz require 8.
So for a level game,
Game show on the sixth flag. Chaz Barstow.
Charles Barstow finds the double, and we do have a level game, and it'll be Richard North who has the darts in the decider.
Seventh and final leg, it's Richard to throw first. Game on.
6 holds of throw in this one.
82. 83. 55.
First mistake is from North.
59.
Not punished.
100.
Both in. Doesn't like the lie sensibly.
139.
Running for cover and taking the odd number off in the process. They had a 180 in the last leg. He'd love one
81.
here to leave tops. He's got 6 darts at this 220 though. No finish for Northie.
81.
Nearly a brilliant recovery. It is. He's left himself a lot to do on 139, and it is an opportunity for Richard North, treble 13, to leave 24. He's left
133.
50.
Jazz require 139.
79 left. Tops. Great spot from our
Game
spotter.
shot
And
and the
what
match.
a finish
Chaz
to
Barstow.
eventually get the break of throw. And, of course, his first win over Richard North. He went brave, he went big, and he found double top for a lovely 139 finish. The only break of throw in the match, and it took a shot like that. 2 180s for Barstow, an average of 92.15 in the end. That's not bad with 11 missed darts at doubles and that high finish of 139. Right, when we come back after the break, it's Ryan Furness against Scott Marsh. Good evening and welcome to the Online Darts Live League, brought to you on Sporty Stuff TV.
6 more.
Up next, match number 5, and it's Ryan Furness against Scott Marsh. Here is Ryan Furness, 28, from Salisbury, uses a Paul Nicholson dart. This is Scott Marsh, 39, from Orpington, uses a 22.5 gram quantum dart. Quick look at the table. Completion of this match. All players will have played 2 of their 4 allocated matches in the opening session of this Group B. Chaz Barstow, 2 from 2.
Okay, first leg is Ryan to throw
the
first.
Other unbeaten
Game
player
on.
is Scott Marsh, 1 from 1, defeating James Richardson 4-1. He's back in action next against the
140
Chaz Barstow. First meeting in the live league between these two. They did meet, however, 2 weeks ago in
180.
Q School. And it was Ryan Furness who got the better of Scott Marsh. 5 legs to 3 with an average of 91.11. Great start from Marsh with the max and against the throw.
41. 42. 100. 99.
So a bit of an advantage for Marsh. Love a 140 to leave tops and really pile the pressure on the 120.
100.
You could see the
Ryan, you
reaction.
require 120.
So Shanghai, treble, single, double, can't finish now, can't do 105 in 2.
50.
Only needs 70.
Scott, you require 80.
Great chance for Marsh to break early doors. Single 20 for tops for 1-0 and a break of throw.
40.
Overpitched.
Ryan, you require
A
70.
reprieve for Ryan. That's awkward. Has to move. Has to go to the high side.
54.
Oh, that was a great effort.
Scott,
really
you require
well thrown
40.
dart. Missed by the smallest of margins, the thickness of a wire.
Game show on the first
Scott
leg.
Marsh, who
Scott
does
Marsh.
punish Ryan from Furness. And it's a break of throw and a 1-0 lead. He has the darts in leg 2.
Second leg, it's Scott to throw first. Game on. 121. 39. 125.
121 followed by 125.
180.
There was a 180 in the breaker throw for Marsh in leg one. That 180 from Furness doesn't even put him in front in the leg.
99.
Could do with another. That's the perfect lie. Follows it. And gets another. Back to back. 180s for Furness.
Scott, you require 156.
Second trouble 20, of course, would have left double 18.
140.
Outstanding visit.
Ryan, you
Double 8.
require 102.
Even with the back-to-back 180s, Ryan Furness still with plenty to do. He stayed there, like the light, would have left double 11.
50. Scott, you require 16.
So double 8 for 2-0. Resisting the power play from Ryan Furness.
12.
Wow.
Ryan, you require 52.
Double 16 for a level game. Back to back breaks of throw, and he finds it with
Ryan
his
Furness.
final dart. A 15 dart breaker throw there in the end for Furness, but he's back in the match and he has the darts in the leg 3.
So like it's Ryan to throw first. Game on. $140.
Furness would have been a little bit disappointed in his performance in his opener against Chaz Barstow.
100.
Although a very respectable 91.44 in defeat. Chaz Barstow is just a little bit too good, and sometimes you just gotta put your hands up. He did average 99.24 in that one, Barstow. At the moment, Ryan Furness is averaging 100.46.
140.
Scott Marsh, 97.74.
$140.
This is some serious power play from Furness. 41 after 9, a possible 11 dart holder throw.
$83.
He's
Ryan, you
done
require
to Marsh
41.
what Barstow did to him.
Game show on the third leg. Ryan Furness.
That is a 12 dart hold. Best leg of the match so far. Back-to-back legs for Ryan Furness in 15 darts and 12 darts. 2-1.
Fourth leg, it's Scott to throw first. Game on.
Standard of darts tonight
21.
have been outstanding. We've had 105.95, a 99.24, a 95.42, a 92.15.
59.
Prior to that visit, Furness was averaging just north of 100.
96.
Just gone off the boil in this leg.
45.
Maybe trying a little bit too hard.
100.
Only 2 trebles for Marsh in the opening 3 visits. Furness yet to hit a treble.
57.
He's come up dry on 3 occasions. Might not be out of this leg. It's only 58 behind.
21.
Make that 77 after the single 19. So plenty to play for here.
140.
Furness steps in. Scott Marsh having a right old chunder to himself. He's going to leave a finish.
99.
It's a biggie, 164.
$100. Scott, you require 164.
Another one of those leaves the ball.
$92. Ryan, you require 100.
Look out for the tops if the treble doesn't go in.
60.
Good attack. 72 then
Scott,
for
you
Marsh to
require
hold
72.
throw and give us parity. Double 18.
Game shot on the 4 flag. Scott Marsh.
Finish in the end. It's a 21 dart hold of throw. We've had 2 breaks followed by 2 holds. We're on throw and it's Furness with the darts in leg 5.
5th leg, it's Ryan to throw first. Game on.
Disappointing leg there for Furness. He had 18 darts.
137.
Didn't have 1 dart at a double to win the leg. Did have an attempt at the ton finish.
$81. $140.
137 followed by 140. Couldn't buy a treble in the opening scoring phase of the last leg.
93. $180.
Is 180, number 4. We've had 5 in the match and we're in leg 5.
$99. Ryan, you require 44.
Double 16. Double 8 next door.
28. $134. Ryan, you require
2 dart
16.
finish just in case Ryan fluffs his lines.
Game shot on
He
the
doesn't.
5th leg.
That is
Ryan Furness.
14 dart holder throw for Ryan Furness, winning legs of 15, 12 and 14 in this match so far for Furness. He's in control.
6th leg, it's Scott to throw first. Game on.
Scott Marsh has to hold then break.
131. 85. 60. 60.
Just able to apply the pressure on Scott Marsh. He will be under it, of course. He loses this leg, he loses the match.
140.
That's what happens when you don't keep your opponent under it.
60. Scott, you require 170.
Marsh's leg to lose from here.
One hundred and 34.
Perfect. If you're not going to take it out, leave a double.
24. Scott, you require
18.
36.
For a level game, yet again.
Game
A
shown
nice
the sixth
strong leg and the
Scott
best
Marsh.
leg of the match for Scott Marsh. A little fist bump there, and it will be Ryan Furness who has the darts in the decider.
Seventh and final leg, it's Ryan to throw first. Game on. $97.
Rescued the situation well there with the cover shot, treble 19.
$140.
Great attacking start for Scott Marsh. Pressure switches now to Furness.
100.
Almost responds perfectly. His throw is under pressure after the 140. Surely has to. No, he's moving across. What a wonderful adjustment that was.
100.
So, although Furness started, both players have had 2 visits in the scoring phase of this deciding leg. It's Furness who's 43
60.
behind, and Marsh now has the darts in the decider. Doesn't make the adjustment this time. Should be treble 17.
57.
The treble would have left 170. Chance for Furness to take control. Furness needs some finesse, and it's not happening.
60.
It's got tight all of a sudden. That's pressure. Shaking his head, he can't believe it. Remember, he's hit back-to-back 180s in leg 2, and he's hit 4 in the match. Well, an amazing dart.
140.
Angle of entry of his darts to find that left side of the treble 20 was remarkable.
140.
A great reply. 64 then.
Scott, you
for
require
Marsh
64.
for the match, and to make it 2 from 2. Treble 8 leaves tops.
44.
Well, he can't believe it. I thought
Ryan, you
it was
require 44.
absolutely nailed on. But it's double 16 for Ryan. Oh, is that awkward? His darts lay right. Tried to find
26.
the bottom of the double 16. And he's picked out the double 7. Drama.
Scott, you require 20.
Match number 5 of 10.
Game shot and the match.
Scott Marsh.
Scott Marsh.
The 16 dart break of throw in the decider, and he does make it 2 from 2. 94.11, another fabulous average for the winner. 4 180s for Furness weren't enough. Missed 9 darts at doubles. 4 from 12 for Marsh, missing just 8. Right, when we return after the break, it's James Richardson against Chaz Barstow. Good evening and welcome back to the Online Darts Live League, brought to you on Sporty Stuff TV. Well, we're halfway through the opening stages of this Group B. Up next in match number 6 is James Richardson against Chaz Barstow. These two do have some history in live league. Don't have too much history in official PDC competition.
Okay, first leg, it's James to throw first. Game on.
Just over 2 years ago on the Challenge Tour. James Richardson winning that one in an absolute cracker. He won 5-1 with 108 average. Now, their previous in the live league was across
43.
phase 1, 2 and 3. James Richardson won their first 4 meetings, all by the same scoreline, 4-2.
100.
The next 3 were won by Chaz Barstow, 4-2, 4-2, and then 4-3.
96.
Tonight, however, Chaz Barstow is unbeaten.
57.
James Richardson yet to get a win. Went down 4-2 to an inspired Richard North, who averaged 105.95, and then went down to a very, very good Scott Marsh. Despite averaging 96.28, Richardson, he went down 4-1 to Scott Marsh, who averaged 95.42. Just seen another big average from Scott Marsh,
James,
winning with a 94.11. The winning averages tonight have been outstanding.
58.
105.95, 99.24, 95.42, 92.15 and 94.11 by Scott Marsh against Ryan Furness in our last match.
80. James, you require
Included that
106.
wonderful match-winning 139 for Chaz Barstow last time out.
66. Chaz, you require 84.
And a chance for an early break. At least should get a dart at the ball. And he will get a dart at the ball.
59.
Very nearly hits it.
James, you require 40.
Double 19.
Game shot on the first leg. James Richardson.
Left it as late as possible with his final dart, but it is a hole to throw for James Richardson. Is his luck about to change?
Second leg, it's Chaz to throw first. $180.
Maybe not. Maybe Chaz Barstow has other ideas. Starts leg 2 with the throw.
83.
With a max.
$100. $81. $55. $81.
You're joining us for the first time on Sporty Stuff TV. Welcome along to the action.
94.
If you're a regular viewer from 2021, welcome back.
140. Judge record 72. Game show on the second leg. Chaz Barstow.
Chaz Barstow, no messing around there. A 15 dart hold levels things up in this match number 6. One apiece.
Third leg, it's James to throw first. Game on.
Joining us for the first time, just to let you know, on Tuesday and Wednesday we had Group
140.
A. And it was Josh Payne who came through that. He's already through
59.
to Saturday night's final. Group C started this morning.
62.
Alan Tabern on top in a group that consists of Andy Jenkins, Dan Day, Dave Rzuski,
100.
Kai Fan Lung, and Scott
99.
Walters. Alan Tabern winning 4 out of his 5 matches today. Only won 1 from 10 in the opening 2 days
100.
of Group A. Did lose 5 of those 10 matches, 4-3.
140.
Did have a tough time of it, but his fortunes certainly did change today.
140. James requires 60.
That group
Game show on the
will
third
be
leg.
completed
James
tomorrow
Richardson.
as James Richardson completes a very tidy third leg. A 14 darter, 2-1, everything with the darts so far.
Fourth leg, it's Chaz to throw first.
Yes, that group C will be completed tomorrow morning, 9:30 a.m. on our
48.
Online Darts YouTube channel. And then we will have the conclusion of this group tomorrow night, 10 o'clock, back on Sporty
100.
Stuff TV. And then we will know our lineup for our final, which will
134.
be Saturday night, back at 10 o'clock on Sporty Stuff TV. And then we will know our first 3 players to qualify
140.
for Champions Week. And there's £15,000 up for grabs in prize money.
140.
The first player to hit a 9 darter during Champions Week
140.
will get £500, and that will roll over every phase in Champions Week until we get one.
100.
A nice little
James record
bonus on
21.
offer. 1-2-1 for a break of throw. To put a 2-leg cushion between himself and Barstow.
62. Chaz record 79.
Don't mind that shot. If he does get a go now, it means he gets 2 darts at tops. If Barstow doesn't find tops, and he
39.
doesn't.
James record 59.
Tops he needs.
Game show
Tops
on
he
the fourth
gets
leg.
back to back.
James Richardson.
14 dart legs for James Richardson. Gives him a commanding lead.
Fifth leg, it's James to throw first.
Here's
Game on.
Richardson going to bring the unbeaten run of Barstow
60.
to an end. Only 60 to start though. Both players averaging just shy of 92.
140. $85.
Also be keen to bring that 3-match streak Barstow has over
134.
Richardson in the live league. Victorious in their last 3 meetings after
100.
losing 4 on the spin is Barstow. Looking good here though to break back.
140.
Very, very solid leg indeed.
41. Judge record 87.
Possible 11 dart leg. Won't be going 20 ball with Richardson on 215. Goes treble 10 for tops.
Game show on the
And gets
fifth leg.
it. Best
Chaz
leg
Barstow.
of the match so far. The instant break back from Barstow. Bounce
Fifth
back
leg, it's
ability.
Chaz to throw first. Game on. $140. 140. 123. 60.
3 on the wire there for Richardson of the treble 20.
58. 100. 60. 96. Chaz record 120.
Just the other side of the treble 20. 97 remaining. Treble 19 would have left
42.
tops.
James record
So 105 for the match for Richardson to see it off in some style. Tops.
65. Chaz requires 78.
Shame he didn't want 115 because that ball was sat up beautifully. Double 12 for a level game. Double 6.
Game showing the sick flag.
That will hurt
Chaz
Richardson.
Barstow.
One match start at tops off the 105. Does have the darts in the decider.
7th and final leg is James to throw first. "96. 78.
Shot last week, of course, from the newly crowned Masters winner on 115, where he went ball, tops, ball.
93.
It was a beauty.
55. 134. 134. 81. 55. James require 97. 57.
Another 2 match darts for James Richardson. Fortunately, no finish for Barstow. Can Richardson see it
99.
out?
James require 40.
3 in hand. Tops he wants.
Game
he
shot
gets.
on the match. James
Doesn't need
Richardson.
asking a 3rd time to get over the line, and it is James Richardson winning with yet another 90 plus average tonight. No winning average under 90 so far. 90.46, 93.14 in defeat for Barstow. Identical in the 140 column. Good finishing from Barstow when he got a chance, but it is Richardson who ends the unbeaten run of Barstow and picks up his first win tonight. We're going to be back after the break with Richard North against Ryan Furness.
6th week.
Welcome back to the Online Darts Live League, brought to you on Sporty Stuff TV. Up next, match number 7, and it's Richard North against Ryan Furness. So, Scott Marsh, 2 from 2. Chaz Barstow picking up his first defeat of the night. And James Richardson taking himself off the bottom of the table with that win. Incredibly, Furness without a win. He has played some good darts tonight.
Okay, first leg, it's Richard
He
to
is
throw
favourite
first.
for this
Game
one.
on.
Richard North, 11 to 10. Ryan Furness, 4 to 6. Not quite sure about that.
180.
Not bet before these two.
57.
Richard North with 2 more to play.
58.
Ryan Furness with 2 more to play.
60.
Conclusion of this one, we have Chaz Barstow against Scott Marsh. That will be Chaz's final match of the night. Then Ryan Furness against James Richardson. And then we finish off with Scott Marsh against Richard North. Richard North has the highest average of the night so far, 105.95.
29.
Trouble 20 would leave the ball. Not sure he would have gone for it.
44.
With Ryan Furness back on 284. We still have continued that incredible run of all the winners this evening. The 6 winners so far.
125. Richard
in
require
excess
85.
of 90. Tops.
Game show in the first leg. Richard North.
What a blistering start from Richard North. An 85 checkout and a 14 dart hold.
Second leg, it's Ryan to throw first.
You
46.
see Richard North, like you did in that opening match, you can understand why he was a top 32 PDC player.
45.
Has a seriously high A game.
45.
Match number 8 to follow, as I mentioned. A biggie.
55.
Barstow against Scott Marsh.
100. 100. 100. 125. 60.
The pressure on the Ryan Furness throw here.
$41.
Should have gone for the ball. 25 would have left 130. Much easier finish than 135. $76 left. Gotta be trouble 20.
94.
Leaves a 2-darter.
135.
Oh, trouble 20 for ball, and that is a lovely guide.
99.
Somewhere near that dart, and it would have bumped
56.
in. Tops for a level game.
16. Richard, you
18
require
for Richard
36.
North to double his lead and break throw.
Game shown the second leg. Richard North.
Well, it is a breaker throw, and it did come in 20 darts for Richard North. He won't care about that. He just cares about the scoreline and picking up a further 2 points.
Feel like it's Richard to throw first.
Remember, it is the top 3 from this group. When it concludes
140.
tomorrow night and into the early hours.
$140. 55. 59.
Poor visit, not punished. Another one of those. We'll leave 167.
99.
Very nearly found it. There was room. He'll stay there.
162.
Leave 140. What a super visit that was.
$43. Ryan, you require
This all
140.
stems really from a random dart at the ball from 361.
60. Richard, you require 164.
Well, 60 treble 18 ball or treble 19 treble 19 ball. He's got neither.
$88. Ryan, you require 80.
To break back. Single 20 for tops. There's the single 20.
60. Richard, you require 76.
Double 8. Double 4 for 3-0. Oh, bent the wire.
72.
Good effort.
Ryan, you require 20.
It does look like a break back.
Game shown the third leg.
It is.
Ryan
A
Furness.
16 dart breaker throw for Ryan Furness. Gets his foot in the door in this match. 2-1 has the darts to make it 2-2.
Fourth leg, it's Ryan to throw first. Game on.
I think we may see our first match and first player to win a match
140.
dip below a 90 average. Unless these two can put on a bit of a spurt.
140.
Well within their capabilities, of course.
$140.
Trading 140s. The start of leg 4.
100.
Richard North, the first player to blink.
$100. 85.
Just needed to stay straight there to leave
When
a
you're at
finish.
121.
Ton would have left 161. It's given Furness 6 darts at this 1-2-1.
81.
Sets the shot up perfectly after just 4 scoring visits.
136.
Well, just in case.
Ryan, you require 40. Game show on the fourth leg. Ryan Furness.
Back-to-back legs for Ryan Furness, and since going 2-0 down, he's responded well.
Fifth leg, it's Richard to throw first. Game on.
Just 30 darts used to win the last 2 legs for Ryan Furness.
$95. 136. 140. 100.
Good scoring leg from both so far. 140, 136 ton from Richard North in the scoring phase. 95, 140.
45.
Oh dear,
Richard
45,
require
not enough.
125.
Let's give a Northie a bit of breathing space.
35.
And needs it, only 35. Quite sure why he's going for the ball there. Overcomplicating.
60.
A very
Richard, you require 90.
easy game. Well, not easy, but you know what I mean. Simple was probably the better turn of phrase.
50. Ryan, you require 161. 60.
Richard North
Richard,
returns.
you require 40.
3 in hand. Wants tops for a 3-2 lead.
Game show on the fifth leg.
Gets
Richard
with
North.
his final dart to move in front yet again. Led 2-0. Got pegged back to 2-2. Now leads 3-2.
Sixth leg, it's Ryan to throw first. Game on.
Pressure all on Ryan. Yet to pick up a win tonight. That will be in the back of his mind.
135.
He's fully aware he will be right up against it if he doesn't get a win tonight.
97.
Not impossible, of course, to rake it back in tomorrow, but he will leave himself a huge task.
96.
Would possibly have to go through the card unbeaten tomorrow if he doesn't pick up a win.
45.
In a good spot here to take it to a decider.
60. 39. 46. 75. Ronnie record 164. 100.
So 64 when he returns to level us up, and
43.
we will go to
Ronnie record 64.
Both players already been involved in a last leg shootout.
No score.
And that is 64. Got it at a double on the outside. And both have lost a last leg decider.
58. Ronnie requires 64.
Single 16. Wants tops.
44. Richard, you require
It's
144.
been a poor scoring leg so far from Northie. Needed to pay closer
94.
attention. Could have been on
Ronnie
much
required
better
20.
finish than the 144. That's a long way off.
Game show on the
That's
sixth
not.
flag. Ryan Furness.
It was enough. A 23 dart hold is enough to take us all the way. Northie with the darts in the decider.
Seventh and final leg, it's Richard to throw first. Nine C6. 60.
Can Richard North build on a 36-point lead?
100.
Furness has hit at least 180 in
91.
both of his opening matches. Yet to hit one here. Can he find one in the deciding leg? Maybe what he
96.
needs to turn this match on its head on this leg.
$100. 59.
Another opportunity with a big visit. Finds the treble 20, needs another, gets another.
140.
Down to the
Richard, you
easier
reckon
finish of the
150?
two. Needs another one of those to leave double 18. Gets it, double 18.
114. Ryan, you require 110.
He watched Chaz Barstow take out 139 to beat him. Did Richard North. Double 18.
Game shot and the match.
Ryan Furness's
Ryan
turn
Furness.
to find a ton plus finish to win a match. And for the second time tonight, it happens against Richard North. Ryan Furness picks up his first win and our lowest winning average of the night, 82.94 for Ryan Furness, but it's enough to pick up his first 2 points. Right, we're going to be back with Chaz Barstow against Scott Marsh. Good evening and, well,
Six more.
good morning, depending on where you are, and welcome back to the Online Darts Live League brought to you on Sporty Stuff TV. Up next, match number 8 of 10 in the opening stages of Group B, and it's Chaz Barstow up against Scott Marsh. Scott Marsh out on top on leg difference, as you can see there. Chaz Barstow playing his final match of the evening. Marsh does have one to play, so if Barstow has ambitions of topping the table overnight, it's a must-win match.
Okay, first leg, it's Chaz
final
to
game
throw
will
first.
come up against
Game on.
Richard North.
$58. 126.
Bit of previous between these two in the live league. Nothing in
60.
Official meetings, whether it be WDF or what was the BDO or PDC, but 3 meetings in the live league way back in phase 2. Chaz Barstow
81.
winning their Scott Marsh winning their opening 2 meetings, 4-0 and 4-2. The last meeting, which was in Group A, Chaz Barstow got the better of Scott Marsh, 4-2.
$100.
So far this evening, Barstow had a 4-1 win over Ryan Furness with a 99.24. Then had a 4-3 win over Richard North with a 92.15, taking out 139 for the match. And then was just edged out by James Richardson, 4-3, despite averaging 93.14. Been in fine form this evening.
Scott, you require 134.
Scott Marsh had a 4-1 win over Richardson with a 95.42. And a 4-3 win
75. Chaz, you require
Furness with a
140.
94.11.
Game shot in the
finish.
first leg.
Treble 20,
Chaz
tops for Chaz Barstow, with Scott Marsh waiting on 59 for the break.
Second leg, it's Scott to throw first. Game on.
He's had a 139. He's trumped it with a 140. What a shot out that was.
140. 66.
They look like exhibition shots, but if you think of target area, the double
96
is way bigger than a treble, and of course it's an open bed. And these guys are so good. Once they find it with one dart, more often than not, they'll follow it, just like with that 140. There is method in what looks like madness at times. Real chance here for Barstow to eat into the throw of Scott Marsh.
42.
Really is some player, Chaz Barstow, when he's at his very best, as is this man. just that Barstow seems to make it look way easier. It's just a
94.
stylistic thing. With Marsh, it looks forced. Barstow, it can look effortless.
93. Scott, you require 144. $60.
Only 60.
Chaz, you
So
require
left himself a bit to do.
160.
Barstow doesn't take it out, which he won't. Needs to leave it handy. 85 remaining. Trouble 15 or ball.
120. Scott, you
That is
require
not
84.
a bad second prize. 14 ball. Trouble 14 leaves double 11.
59. Chaz, you require 40. Game shown the second leg.
Barstow's
Chaz
unbeaten run came to an end in his third match of the night. Here's Marsh's unbeaten run going to come to an end in his third match of the night. 2-0.
They look at Chaz to
Chaz
throw
Barstow
Game on.
with that break of throw in leg 2.
93. $60.
A little earlier.
96.
Wins in the World Seniors for Live League regular Robert Thornton. Peter Manley. Kevin Painter. Ricky Housen.
58. $81.
Big last start that for Barstow. 152 points in front minus these. Forcing Marsh to find 2 trebles to keep in touch.
100. $140. $100. Chaz, you require 91.
Treble 17 tops for 3-0. That leaves 82. Should go ball. His opponent back on 183. Yeah, went for the right shot. Hit 17 now.
51.
Leaves him 3 in hand. Good board management from Barstow.
$95. Chaz, you require 40. Game shown the third leg.
Hold,
Chaz
break, and
Barstow.
hold in 18, 16 and 16 darts have been more than enough to give Barstow a 3-0 lead, just one away.
Four-legged Scott to throw first. Game on.
Barstow, 3 out of 3 on the doubles. Well, 4 out of 4. if you
97.
count leg 1 because it was tops, but in actual doubles to win legs, it's 3 from 3.
42.
Scott Marsh has been reduced to just 1 dart at a double in the whole match. Pretty sure that was a dart at the ball.
60. 45. 140. 100.
Better leg this from Marsh.
$100. 60. Scott, you require 104. 84.
Only a second ton plus finish of the match. We'll be back though. Barstow way back on 254.
65.
But we'll have the darts in the next leg
Scott, you require 20.
to get it done. But Marsh wants double 10. Edging closer.
10.
15's the shot for me.
139.
12. Trouble
Scott, you
19
require
would have
10.
left double 6.
Game shot on the
First
fourth
up,
leg.
A long way
Scott
off,
Marsh.
but finds double 5 with his second dart of asking. But it is Barstow who has the darts in leg 5.
Fifth leg is
Can
Chaz
he
to throw first.
Save
Game
it
on.
out.
$134.
Made a good start, but so
140.
is Marshy.
$180.
This is the way you play in a leg to win a match. 1-3-4, followed by a max.
100. 137.
He's left 50 after 9. I don't think he will be going for a bullseye for a 10. Definitely not now.
140. Judge, you require 50.
Turn 140. Not been enough. Tops for an 11.
40. Scott, you require 121.
To save the match. Barstow can't believe it. 11 and ball. Oh, he's chased the trouble and paid the price. I mean, it's
53 left.
just a bad strategy.
81.
At
Chaz
Anytime,
required
never
10.
mind when your opponent is on a match dart double.
5.
Wow.
Scott, you require 40. Game show on the 5th leg. Scott Marsh.
And somehow, after being on 50 after just 9 darts to win the match, Scott Marsh has gone out in 13 darts to break throw and take us to a 6th leg.
6th leg, it's Scott to throw first. Game on.
Sleep's overrated anyway.
$140.
Oh, Scott Marsh will be free rolling here.
59.
Match darts at a double.
100.
For Chaz Barstow. Remember, up until that point, he was 3 from
97.
3. Only 1 dart in the treble.
43.
And he's opening 6 darts for Barstow. 140 here would put him back in the mix.
97.
30 behind, plus these.
$25. 96.
Referee Owen Binks doing the double shift today with the rest of the team.
Yes. 79. 133. Chaz record 152.
Another one of those would have left double 16.
100.
20 and tops for Marsh.
Scott, you
for a level
record
game
60.
for 3 consecutive legs.
Game show on the
He
6th
gets
flag.
it.
Scott Marsh.
We are somehow going to a decider.
Seventh and final leg, it's Chaz to
Chaz
throw first.
Barstow
Game on.
with the darts. Can he make them count? What is it going to be?
41.
Back-to-back defeats for Barstow. After back-to-back wins in his opening 2 matches, starts with 41. That's a disaster. It's going to get punished.
96.
Not as bad as it could have been.
$135.
Pools level with that dart.
99. $134.
After an opening visit of 41, Chaz Barstow as it scores of 135 and 134. Treble 20 leaves 170. Brilliant from Marsh.
136. 100. Scott, you require 170.
Some style. 2 treble 20s and bullseye. I gave it the big build up.
90.
To leave 80.
Chaz, you require
Should
91.
go bull here. 25 leaves 66. He's gone aggressive. Tops.
Game shot and the match.
At times,
Chaz
his
Barstow.
finishing has been absolutely blistering. And yet another winning average with a 90 plus. Chaz Barstow winning it 4-3 with a 91.07. Hit the only 180 in the game. Trailed in the 140 column. Ahead in the doubling, and that's where it's mattered. Okay, our penultimate match up next, and it's Ryan Furness against James Richardson. Welcome back to the
6
Online
more.
Darts Live League, brought to you on Sporty Stuff TV. Our penultimate match of the opening stages of Group B up next, and it is James Richardson against Ryan Furness. With that win, Chaz Barstow tops the table. However, Scott Marsh has one more to play, and that will be against Richard North in our final match of tonight. Don't forget, I've got to wait long for more darts. By the time we conclude the opening part of this Group B,
Hey, first thing it's Ryan to throw
8
first.
hours.
Game on.
We'll be back on air on the Online Darts YouTube channel for the conclusion of Group C.
100.
Only one previous meeting between these two. Never met in the Live League, but
96.
just literally just over 2 years ago on the Challenge Tour in Wigan on the 26th of January.
96.
It was Ryan Furness who got the win 5 legs to 3.
$58. 77.
Averages for Chaz Barstow for tonight 93.43.
140.
Scott Marsh 92.44. That's for the night. James Richardson 91.55. Richard North 91.43.
140.
The only player whose running average for the night is below 90 is Ryan Furness at 87.06.
137. Ryan require 88.
180s. Chaz and Ryan both on 5. Richard on 3. Scott on 2. And James, incredibly, who's usually
63.
prolific
James
on
requires
the
70.
lipstick, just the 1.
$50. Ryan required 25.
Doubling percentages. James just 31.8%. That's why he's found himself in a bit of trouble
17.
tonight. But gets another opportunity
James
here
required 20.
for an early break.
No score. Ryan, you require 8.
Charles Barstow, the only player
6.
over 40%
James,
on
you
the
require
doubles.
20.
High quality, 40.54%.
James
on
on the
doubles
first leg.
for the night.
James
That's
Richardson.
over 4 matches as James Richardson does get the early break, leads 1-0.
Second leg is James to throw first. Game on.
James was the marginal favourite in this one at 8-11, even money about Ryan.
100. 60. 95. 43. 83. 78. 100.
James Richardson in control of leg 2.
100. James, you require
Trouble
123.
19 will be his. No.
$89.
Oh dear. After all that, he's ended up leaving double 17, the least hit double on the board
100.
statistically.
James, you require 34.
And he switched.
Game show on the second
split.
leg. James Richardson.
Went to double 16 for a 17 dart hold and a 2-0 lead halfway there.
They'll look, it's Ryan to throw first. $44. $91. $140. $135. $140.
Ryan, back-to-back 140s. I've seen flashes of his quality this evening.
76. $91.
I was super impressed with him last year.
171. Ryan, you require
Almost
86.
Inexperienced of all the players involved in this week's live league.
61.
Just missed the ball.
James, you
for a
require
wonderful
28.
86 out, but that 171 set up this opportunity. Can't get any closer without it being in.
No score. Ryan, you require 25.
Double 8. Double 4 to peg one back.
21. James, you require 28. Game show on the third leg. James Richardson.
Gets there in the end, and that's back-to-back 17 darters, and it is the double breaker throw. He has the darts to see this one out 4-0, and needs it for his leg difference.
It's James to throw first. Game on. $60. $81.
Secret is not to try and force it to make something happen. You just
44.
have to let it happen. And he has a very
58.
short backswing. It's a real stabby throw, so it has to be timed up to perfection.
60. $80.
Problem with that short stabby throw is
60.
Either release too early or release too late. But when it's perfect,
120.
that's really unfortunate. It should have been a max.
$91.
So Ryan looking good here to get one back.
90.
It is just approaching 1 a.m.
100. Ryan
Late
requires
night darts.
72.
72 then for Ryan. Single 20 for double 16.
40.
86
James,
for the
you
match
require
for Richardson.
86.
At least should get a dart of the ball for the match. Make sure of the 18. He does.
46. Ryan, you require 32.
It was a bad and a good miss. It was that far away. He's at the single
Game's
10
on the
to leave
four
tops, but
Ryan Furness.
all immaterial as Ryan Furness finds double 16 for a 19 dart breaker throw in his first leg in the match.
Fifth leg, it's Ryan to throw first. Game on. $99. 140.
3 apiece in the 140 column.
140.
4-3 to Ryan Furness.
96. 135.
This leg of when he does get it right, it works very well.
43. Ryan, you require 127.
Sensibly staying up
47 left, yeah.
with Richardson back on
87.
3 little ducks. This game will drive you
83.
quackers.
Ryan, you require 40. Game's on the fifth leg.
Best leg
Ryan
of the match,
Furness.
that. And back-to-back legs for Ryan Furness. That was a 13 dart hold. Now James Richardson, his last chance with the darts to get it done.
Sixth leg, it's James to throw first. Game on. $60.
James Richardson just having one of those nights. He played very well in Group A.
81.
Second position in a very, very tough field.
96. 134. 140.
Great reply. 81 in front, minus these.
80. 60.
Most feel that 60 might not be enough, but
60.
Furness
James, you
does not
require
punish.
145. 81. Ryan, you require
64.
146.
Should get one dart at a double, unless, no, he won't. So James will be back. Treble 16
44.
for double 8. Treble
James
8 for
requires
tops.
64.
Double 8.
Game shot down the match. James
Gets
Richardson.
over the line in the end as James Richardson with a much needed win, taking out the 64 in 2. And a disappointing night for Ryan Furness. Both players 82 in the averages. Well, it wasn't a great one. 4 140s apiece. As I said, an important win for James Richardson for his claim to finish in the top 3 tomorrow night and make it through to Saturday's final. Right, our final game up next, Scott Marsh against Richard North. Welcome back to the online Darts Live League, brought to you on Sporty Stuff TV for our final match in the opening session of Group B, and it is Scott Marsh up against Richard North. One of those moments there. Well, it is late, approaching 1:15. Two previous meetings between these two, and they have both happened in the live league, and Scott Marsh won them both way back in phase 1 last year. Marsh winning 4-1 North and 4-2 against Richard North.
Okay, first leg, it's Scott to throw first. Game on.
Richard North.
140.
With 105.95, and then got edged out in his next two. 4-3 by Barstow. And
83
by Ryan Furness. Scott Marsh had a 4-1 win over James Richardson and a 4-3 win over Ryan Furness.
58.
Got edged out by Chaz Barstow 4-3, but a win here for Marsh, and he would join Barstow on top of the table
100.
on 6 points. Win for Northie, and he will join Marsh on 4 points.
$99.
So plenty to play for. Marsh down to 204. 318 for Richard North. Change of equipment for Richard North. Changed his darts just prior to Challenge Tour using a Nathan Aspinall dart.
100.
A dart he feels very comfortable with. Scott Marsh was the 1-2 favourite, 6-4 about Northie.
140. Scott, you require 104.
Treble 16 leaves tops. 72 left, can stay there. 48 leaves 24. Treble 12 leaves double 18. That leaves 60.
44. Richard, you require 138. 44. Scott, you require 60.
20 and tops for a 17 dart hold.
Game show on the first leg. Scott Marsh.
It is a 17 dart hold for Scott Marsh.
Second leg, it's Richard to throw first. $85. 100. 96.
1 in the middle.
100.
Certainly can. Back-to-back tons for Scott Marsh.
105.
Still don't get that shot. Smallest target on the board.
$41.
45 in front, Richard North, plus these. Give yourself a bit of breathing space on the finish.
100.
You can see the frustration there. He fancied more.
$100. Richard, you require 150.
It's been a wonderful session of darts. So far, only 2 winning averages have been below
59. Scott, you require 160.
Oh, tops for a steal.
120. Richard, you require 56. Game show on the second leg. Richard North.
Dart hold from Scott Marsh is backed up with a 17 dart hold by Richard North.
They'll look at Scott to throw
Before
first.
Scott Marsh had a
Game
great attempt at a 160 out.
$180.
First one of the match, and it goes the way of Scott Marsh.
60. $91.
Scott Marsh's highest finish in the live league, a 170. Richard North, a 167.
60.
Just drops his dart, allowed to retrieve it, of course, as it's not thrown.
$140.
Solid leg. 180, 91, 140, 90 after 9.
43. Scott, you require 90.
Double 18 for an 11 darter. Double 9. Just had a quick look
81.
at what Richard North was on. Maybe thought about splitting the 18. Well, he did split the 18 with 9.
134. Scott, you require 9.
144.
$5. $100. Scott, you require
Forward.
4.
Any slip-ups here on double 2 with Northie ready to pounce on 104.
No score.
Which way will Northie go? Will he go treble
Richard,
18,
you
treble
require
20, or
104.
treble 16? He's looking down, I think. He's gone his own way. Double 14.
90. Scott, you
That's about
require
the
4.
Only variable I didn't include.
Game shot on the third leg. Scott Marsh.
19 dart hold for Scott Marsh. They found something funny between them. I'm not quite sure what, but it is 2-1 to Marsh.
Fourth leg, it's Richard to throw first. $100. $140. $100.
Back-to-back tons for Richard North, down to 301 after 6. Great chance for Marsh to steal a march.
81.
Just forced the final dart slightly. Forced about
180.
that from Richard North. His fourth of the night.
$40. Richard, you record 121.
May start on ball here. Yeah, that leaves 96.
46.
140 here would put some pressure on that 75.
60. Richard, you require 75.
Single 18, tops left.
55. 100.
Now there's pressure
Richard, you require 20.
to hold throw. Great guide.
Game show on the fourth leg.
Left it
Richard
late,
North.
didn't he? But found the double 5 could have gone seriously wrong, but it's a hold and it's 2 apiece.
Fifth leg, it's Scott to throw first. Game on.
No breaks of throw so far.
$140.
Really called a light this one so far.
$100.
Scott Marsh bossing the 140s 4-1 in that column.
100.
Ton pluses 8-7 in favour of Richard North and 180 apiece.
60. 60. 134.
Great cover shot from Richard North, picking off the 2 treble 19s to get him back in touch, and he's 6 behind now.
$45.
Now this is a real chance for Richard North would be the perfect time to break throw, because he'd have the darts in leg 6. Another one of those leaves double 18.
133.
Very, very nearly a
Scott,
wire
you
away from
require
being perfect.
156. $140.
What a recovery after the first start to leave double 8.
Richard, you require 74.
Treble 18 or treble 14. Looks like treble 18 for double 10. That leaves 62. 12 ball.
Yes.
Wants the button.
49.
Weight of dart.
Scott, you
Absolutely
require
perfect.
16.
Line just out.
Game show on the 5th leg. Scott Marsh.
Marsh takes it with a 17 dart hold, and the trend of holds of throw continue. Richard North with the darts in leg 6.
6th leg, it's Richard to throw first. $83. $100. $100.
Both players averaging 86.
$100.
Handful of missed darts at doubles for Richard North. 9 missed at doubles for Scott Marsh.
58.
Chance for Marsh to win it here. He can find some big troubles. 2 treble 19s leave a finish.
96.
Asking Richard North the question. A troubleless visit and he'd have been in trouble.
140. $80. Richard, you require 120.
Can't finish now. Damage limitation, 90 left.
55.
Tried to find the ball for tops.
Scott, you require 125.
Here we go in the ball route. Honestly, he was. Finds it this time. 65 left.
75.
Strangely, went for
Richard, you require
treble 10,
65.
25 at the left tops and a raise of the eyebrows from Richard North. He's found the 25. Double 10.
Game show on the
He
6th
finds
leg.
the double 10.
Richard North.
And we do go all the way with 6 holds of throw. Well, it can't go any further. This is the deciding leg.
7th and final leg, it's Scott to throw first. Game on.
The 7th and final leg of the session.
140. 62. $60.
An opportunity there, Marsh, with that 62 start from North to really put out a big lead and gap North.
58.
Only 58, so another opportunity here for Scott Marsh to give himself an assailable lead in the leg.
85.
Still within striking distance if Northie can find a max.
$139.
Sensibly switching.
$140.
That was a wonderful 140. That is a magical max from Richard North, his second.
Scott, you require 76.
12 darts apiece. 62 North, 76 Marsh.
Game shot and the match.
And
Scott
the
Marsh.
best leg of the match came in the deciding leg of that contest. An average of 89.38 for Scott Marsh, 87.93 for Richard North. That 140 column, that was where the damage was done. Well, that's the end of our session. We're back with Daniel Day against David Wazowski at 9:30 in the morning. Well, 9:30 this morning. We'll see you then.